All right, we're shifting focus to the top story that we're tracking. The government has submitted names of 3 persons suspected of holding bank accounts in Switzerland. The list features prominent businessman Pradeep Burman of the Dabur Group, names of the owner of the Goa-based mining company Radha Timblu and a Rajkot-based bullion trader Pankaj Chimanlal Lodhia. These are the 3 names that have been mentioned in the list. The names are a part of an affidavit that the government has in fact filed in the Apex Court.
These are all names that were extricated by the UPA government, and then there is a process. The process is that you have to first establish that there is tax evasion or black money in these accounts, and once you can establish that, then you start a process of prosecution or investigation and then prosecution, and then those names can be released. So actually what the NDA government has done is just continuing the process of what UP has done, and there is nothing particularly new. But I'm only concerned as to why when this government claimed that all names will come out, everything will be out in about 100 days, it's only managed to get out those 3 names which had come out previously by efforts of the UPA government, and this whole process of selective leakage of names seems to be very suspicious.
My colleague Ashish Maharshi is now joining me live from the national capital. Ashish, 3 names that have been mentioned in that affidavit, 2 of those 3 people have in fact come out and issued a clarification and a vehement denial of holding any illegal black money in those foreign accounts. This clearly puts the government in the back foot.
Certainly, Rishika, but you have to accept the fact that the case is under prosecution. Those cases, are out of the 628 names, 3 have the government have moved for prosecution. So obviously the matter is in the court. So it is obviously, the dispute will always be there. But as far as Pradeep Burman goes, obviously he was a NRI. This is what even our sources have revealed. That is what even the Dabur family has claimed, that he was an NRI when he opened this account. So certainly this puts government on the back foot, and we have to see what stand does the government take in the court. As far as the other gentleman goes, Mr. Lodhia goes, he said that he has declared all his money. This is not his black money account. Taxes have been paid. But then again, the dispute is there. The government has to prove that this is black money. But then at the earlier, if you remember, this data was actually stolen, and it was given to the Indian authorities. And Swiss authorities were not ready to accept it. That this is because the data being stolen. But now that data has been authenticated by the Swiss authorities, and it will not be that easy for individuals to escape the Indian tax net.
Well, absolutely. It's not going to be easy for those individuals named in the affidavit, even though they have vehemently come out and denied holding any illegal accounts. Ashish Maharshi, stay on with us. Subramaniam Swamy has in fact reacted to this issue. Let's listen in. All right, Ashish Maharshi is still live with us. Ashish, the other big question that is being asked of the government at this point in time is that why have only 3 names of illegal account holders been declared? Why is this government coming out with a selective list? Why hasn't the entire list of people in fact been declared?
Well, Rishika, one has to accept the fact that there is, foundation on the Indian government. There are 2 agreements which have been signed with Switzerland as well as other tax havens, any other country. That is double taxation avoidance agreement and tax information exchange agreement. Whether it is the UPA government or the NDA government, you have to accept it that there is a sovereign treaty which has been signed by the Indian government. In that, you cannot declare somebody's name until and unless you reach the level of prosecution. It means, the names come into public domain only when the investigation reaches the level of prosecution. And this is what has happened in these cases, because the government has moved for prosecution in these 3 cases out of the 628 names in the HSBC list, and that is why these 3 names have actually come out. That obviously you can't put the government on back foot, because this is whether it is a UPA government or the NDA government, they will have to follow the procedure.
Right, Ashish, thanks so much for joining us with that update. Ashish, they're making it very clear that in fact these 3 names are the only 3 names that the government has released at this point in time, because these are the only 3 cases that are in fact being prosecuted, and until and unless prosecution is in fact initiated against the other names, those names cannot be released in the public domain. All right, one of the 3 accused by the government, Pankaj Lodhia, has in fact reacted to his name being a part of the government affidavit. Let's listen in.
I don't have any Swiss account. So I don't have the actually right now. जब आप मुझे बोल रहे तब मुझे ये सब पता चल रहा है कि I don't have any Swiss account. Whatever the prosecution, we will just reply. और हमारा ऐसा कुछ है नहीं, जो भी है हमने बुक्स में जो है वो सब दिखा दिया है और जो भी है हमने ऑलरेडी डिक्लेयर कर दिया है.
All right, that was Pankaj Lodhia, in fact, issuing a clarification. The Dabur Group has also released a statement calling this list unfortunate. According to the company, the account was opened when Pradeep Burman was an NRI and was legally allowed to open an account overseas. The company said that it was unfortunate that every person having an account overseas was being painted with the same brush. Another person who was named in the list, Pankaj Lodhia, remember, has also denied that he has any black money stashed abroad.